What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy MikeDub. You back on the DIY channel, Moto Mike. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Tap the like button because you're gonna learn a little something today. Y'all gotta excuse my speech. This is my second day with Invisalign. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I'm trying to close up my gap on my teeth. But yeah, so excuse my speech, but we're gonna still put this work in today. So check me out. My handlebars came in. So today we're gonna run the wires and mount them hopefully today. I wanna say we can button the front back up, but I ain't finna push my luck. If I can get all the wires out of the old into the new, get them back mounted and get the levers back on, I'll be happy when it's all said and done. So check it out.
I know that y'all feel me now. I know that y'all feel me now.
All right, so here are 14-inch apes. These are the 1-inch clamp area. These are the old style that was on the bike. California wide or whatever. I don't know what they're called. But we're gonna do one side at a time. So I'm gonna take this, pull this wire out. First I got to take these connectors off. Write down what wire was in what spot. Take a picture of it. Take a video of it. And write it down. You're supposed to be able to pull from those two holes. Get some needle nose pliers. Pull out. It should unlock. Unlock these with the flathead. And we're gonna go to work. I'll try to go find, I got a tripod. I just gotta find where I put it. And I'll let you see, do a time lapse or something. So chill, here we go. Oh, I'm using chain to run down the hole, and this is what I'm gonna pull it with. Tape the wire to it, pull it with. We also got the extended wire, so I'm not doing any soldering. I should be able to just clip the old connectors in to here, and then these are the new pins that will be coming out the other side. So somewhat of a plug and play situation. So here we go. All right, so here I go, writing down the wires, basically what color wire goes in which slot. I drew a diagram of how the plug kind of looked faced up and then face down, and then numbered the wires 1 through, I believe it was 8 or 10 on the top and like 6 on the bottom or 8 on the bottom. But anyway, and just numbered them and then wrote down what color they were. The main color was the first color that I wrote down. Then like the stripe was the second color. And then I started taking the little grommets out, taking the little needles out of the back. Found the other wire, the extended wire color as well. All right, so after multiple picking tools, one, I broke the ends, which kind of sucked, but I think once it clips in, that'll be fine. 2, the guys on YouTube were saying use needles. You know, when it's all said and done, all you need to do is use a paper clip. This one had the little, you know, rubber or plastic, whatever. I don't know. Obviously, there are different size paper clips. So, this is the size paper clip I use. So, I use a small paper clip, and it will fit into the hole to release the little pins. So, now all I gotta do is take these off, and I should be able to pull the wires through the hole. And I got my GoPro up there doing the time lapse, but this was just a kind of quick pause to tell you, get a small paper clip. If you find the ones in the store that just has, you know, the rubber stuff or plastic covering, you can strip that off with some needle nose pliers and push it through the holes, and you'll feel it. You'll feel a little bump, and then you should be able to pull the pin out. But yep, going on to the next step. All right, so right here, I've already extended the wires. I am now going to use the ceiling fan chain to pull the wires through the bar. I'm making sure I taping them up very well. Good strong tape or mounted tape on it to make the bond strong. And I'm pulling them through, and I'm like, this is way tighter than I would have imagined it to be. Not to mention, on the other side, I'm going to have the throttle as well as the switches. Okay, so at this point, I'm just showing you that the wire broke, and I kind of felt defeated. And I was just like, what the fuck? Yo, it was right there. Like, right here. And it broke. So don't use the, I call it the ceiling fan chain. I'm about to go to Home Depot and get something a little thicker. But I was close. I could probably double up and do it, but I'll probably get some grease or something to go in here just so it can slide through. You know what? Before I go to Home Depot, I'm gonna try this weed eater trimmer line. I don't know if I'm gonna try to push it through first and see if it go through. And if it do, I'm gonna try to attach it to this weed eater trimmer line and try to pull it through. If not, I'll put the chain through first. And then take the weed eater line through the chain so it'll go through. But I'm gonna try this first. All right, so yeah, I had to end up taping the chain to the weed eater line, dropping the chain through the bar, and then pulling the weed eater line through. But pound for pound, the weed eater line is basically what saved the day. That ceiling fan chain is just not durable enough to go through like a bunch of 90-degree angles the way my bars are. You know, other bars have different angles. So the weed eater line worked good for me. I had to take a couple of breaks, take my time, not try to pull too hard because I didn't want to break the wires. But I finished. All right, so I did get the wire through with the weed eater cable. It did start pulling because I had this way up here. But anyway, give yourself a lot of room. Now it depends on your bars. This other side, I'm gonna spray some chain wax in here. So, cause what's crazy was you can see like rust from in the pipe. So I'm guessing right here, and it kind of got stuck right here. It's tight right here. So I don't know if it's just from when the pipe reduces down size. But I'm gonna spray some wax in there to try to help the other side. And I also saw something on another video where they took this sleeve off. So it's like, I could sleeve it all the way up into the pipe, like right here. and then you know, tape up the wire. But there's really no need for the wire to have insulation over the wire if it's inside this pipe, which another guy does, and that makes perfectly good sense. So I'm thinking about on the other side to go ahead and take all this off and just sort of just have loose wires. I don't know. I'm gonna try to chain lube, and if it's really really tough, because the next side's gonna be thicker. It's gonna be the throttle cable and the electronic components. So I don't know. I'm just happy that I'm this far. I'm gonna go ahead and put the clamps on, extend the wires, and do the entire left side, and then worry about the right side. All right, so this connector just slides in. I wish I could show you up close. Let me see. I'm gonna try. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. So hopefully you can see this, but it just slides in. I kind of want to solder it just to make sure it don't go anywhere, but their instructions say to slide the heat shrink over, shrink it down, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and it shouldn't come apart. Well, I'm about to test it, so I'm going to heat shrink this, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then see if I can get it to come apart. All right, so I did the first test on the first one. It seemed pretty sturdy, so I kept going. I went ahead and did all the wires, heat shrunk all the wires, put the clip back on, and got ready to do the right side. All right, so as you see, I got everything shrink wrapped, and I got the end back on. So basically, once you put the wires through here, you got to put them back, you know, in the order, and then you got to put the rubber piece on, and then put this piece on. So the only difference is that I have in wire coloring was like this gray and green, which end up just being like a gray and something, a gray and white, and there's a few colors that are off, but I know exactly which the ones they were, and I'll, you know, make sure they were in the proper slots. So that's all that really matters. But yeah, this kit's pretty cool. I mean, I wish all the colors would have came out exactly the way they said they were going to come out. Or I wish the colors were exactly the same colors as that was on the wire harness, but it's not. I also made a mistake by I didn't shrink wrap. I didn't put the shrink wrap over here, but no big deal. I'll just electric tape them down, or I might cut the shrink wrap and electric tape around the shrink wrap. I'll figure something out. But one side done, one side to go. Yeah, I love you too. All right. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys. You see those two holes, two bigger holes in the middle? That's what you use your needle nose pliers. You know, you spread them out just a little bit, push them up in there, grab that middle thing and pull it, and it unlocks. This whole white piece comes out some. It don't come all the way out, it just comes out. You'll feel it come out until it locks back into another spot. That unlocks it. And then you see the little small holes on top of the pins? That's where you press the paper clip into, and you gotta jiggle and wiggle it, and you'll feel it, and you just pull the wire out the back. I've done a few of these already, but I don't know if I remember showing you exactly how to take this apart. But I just wanted to make sure, you know, first you gotta use a screwdriver and take
use a flathead. I wish I had a tripod, but you know, you pry these out, and you take the plastic piece off. This rubber piece is in there, keeping the water out. I use this little hook to go in there and grab the rubber piece and pull it out. And then you unlock the white part that's in the middle with the new nose pliers, and get your paper clip and get the jiggling, and they'll come out. Sometimes you gotta fight them, but they'll come out. All right, so I got the throttle and the switch off of this side. Now you can obviously see where the bars were bent, but part one down. Get to throw this over here in the junk box. Side swing on lights and the bar. It's a beautiful day to go out here and ride this booster, but I'm gonna ride the Black Stallion, so I gotta sacrifice a beautiful ride day to get this on the road. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the throttle, put that through the bar first, and then go with the switch. I think I saw some people doing both at the same time. That's not a bad idea, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to put the throttle through first, and then what I'm probably gonna end up doing is cutting this sheathing off of here so the wires can go through the bar naked. And I'm gonna spray some chain lube in here, definitely. Some chain wax. So, damn, this is extremely flammable. Do I have anything up here? Yeah, it's not extremely flammable. Do not swallow. Damn. I think some people use some kind of grease, but I don't have any grease. Now I got this chain wax, and I'm sure this is flammable too. I might just use the chain wax. I think anything oily is going to be flammable, so kind of is what it is.
I end up using some beeswax. I tested it. I put it on the end of a screwdriver, set it on fire. Tried to set it on fire. It didn't catch on fire. It just melted. And so that was safe to use. So I spreaded it over the wire and got to feeding it through the bar. All right, so pushing the throttle wire through the bar, got it all through, but the throttle device did not fit in the little grooves on the end of the bar. So I wasn't for sure if it was the diameter of the bar, which it was fine, it just was barely not getting in, or was it the diameter of the bar, or was it the powder coating that was on the bar. So I pulled out my Dremel tool and got to work. All right, so yeah, I mean, thank God I watched a lot of American Chopper and American Bike Build-Offs and all that type of stuff. So I was kind of familiar with understanding that the powder coating could change the diameter or the fitting of screws and fitments of items. So it was just a matter of me grinding off all the powder coating on the end and making sure that that throttle device would fit in the little slots on the end of the bar. Just make sure, you get all that powder coating off so it could fit in there. Normally they try to fit that in before they powder coat the bar. So then when you powder coat the bar, it's too thick and the little throttle device won't fit back in the little grooves correctly. So if you get bars that have the electronic throttle control and it's not fitting sand off all of the powder coat. All right, so here's like the most difficult part of installing the bars is pushing the wires through for the throttle side, because you have the throttle as well as the control, the right hand control. And it's just, I had to take my time. I went on a walk. I took a couple of breaks and just gave time for the wires and things to compress so they would end up sliding through. I mean, it wasn't the easiest task. Just take your time, take breaks, come back, let the stuff compress. If it's not moving, just wait. Like, wait 10 or 20 minutes. Go do something, come back out, pull on a little bit, don't go too hard because you don't want to break the wires, but, nice little amount of force and it'll come through. Just be patient and keep at it. But they'll come through.
All right, I got the throttle, the electric throttle, and the right side switch box. It was a fight, and hey, I put beeswax on the parts. So like this right here is the switch, the right signal and stuff, and about right here is where the throttle wires come, and you see the separate wires. But yeah, it was tough. It took me a minute. Just slowly push and pull, push and pull. Be patient. Don't pull too hard. These bars look like they might have had some rough ends in the inside. But pound for pound, I'm done. And I don't see any wires exposed. That's just a regular cabling, but I might just shrink wrap that. I got some more shrink wrap, or just tape it up. But, whew, I'm done. Beeswax for the lube. I tried to set it on fire to make sure. I didn't want to put anything in there that, in case a wire did get shaved, that a spark would set everything on fire. So this is non-flammable, but it's still, wax. So there you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the wires back on, extend the wires, and put the clips back on. All right, so I got the bars mounted. I got this side on. I still got to do the brake line. It's right here. I got the extended brake lines already. I just got to install them. But it's easier for me to go ahead and mount everything and then just run the brake line up here and then bleed the brakes. I still got to put the clutch line on, but I need to go down and loosen the clutch line and take the actual cable off because it's too tight. It won't let me, put it up on there. So I might do that in a minute and then go to bed. I've been up since 5 this morning. So yeah, making really, really good progress. I can't test anything because my switch is out of alignment. So that's supposed to be coming in the next couple of days, and then I can line that back up and then test everything. But for right now, I'm pretty confident that everything went back in smoothly. This is where I'm at today. So it took me, I might have started at 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5 hours. And I'm still not done. I still got to do the brake lines and the clutch. So yeah, this is definitely a 6 to 8 hour job, just depending on how fast you are. The older bikes, it's just long. The newer bikes, the harnesses are right there. So I don't even know. I think the newer bikes, you can do a 14 without extending the wires. And the brake cable and the clutch. It just depends on, I guess, which bike you get. But I think the newer bikes, you can get 14s on there. But this one, you got to change out everything. So, all right, folks. Until next time, deuces.